Hello from Bristol, England. Hello Saki's class. Today, I'm here to. Ooh, what happened here? What is this? Do you guys see this? Oh my god.
A few moments later.
Right, so let's get back to answering your questions. I have a list of questions here in front of me. Okay, the first question. What processes do you have to go through to become an astronaut? Interesting question. My dream actually is to become an astronaut, so thank you for this question. There are many rounds that you have to go through. First round, you have to take like exams in like different fields, sciences, humanities, even languages. And you also have to take health check because astronauts have to be extremely healthy because like once you go to outer space you can never see doctors. You also have interviews where they see how passionate you are to become an astronaut, and after that, second round I guess, or final round even, there's like an isolation experiment. You will be put in to a facility with a few other finalists, and you'll just have to spend like 2 weeks in the limited area. Here they test your leadership skills, followership, teamwork. They just basically see who you are, how you are as a human. 3 main characteristics that they ask for is 1, diversity and international collaboration skills. You would have to respect and accept different cultures, different backgrounds, people to work well. Second one is communicativity, the ability to convey your opinion, ability to tell your message and influence people, inspire people, because you go to outer space and you have to tell stories about what you saw, what you felt. And third one is what was it? Adaptability. So you would have to adapt to situations, hard situations, difficult situations, responding to unexpected contingencies, right? This skill is like really essential to becoming an astronaut. Sorry for a long answer for the first question. Let's move on. The next question we have: where would you want to go in space? Yes, so recently NASA's rover Mars 2020 Perseverance has been sending the pictures they took on Mars. I looked at it and I was just mesmerized. It was so beautiful. It was almost fictional, that it made me really want to go to Mars and just to see the sceneries and nature with my naked eyes. So yeah, that's where I want to go. Right, the third question: have you been to or worked with NASA? If so, how was it? Unfortunately, I have to tell you, I have never worked or visited NASA. It's really hard for international students like me to work in aerospace industry in the US because space and military, they're really like strongly connected. Like rockets, right? If you use it wrong, it could become a missile. So they're really careful, and that's why I as an international student have never worked in any US space companies, but I would love to. It's sad. The fourth question: what is the closest star, not the sun, and how many light years is it from Earth? What is the size of the star? I actually googled this because I didn't know. So from what I found, the closest star is called Proxima Centauri. It's 4.2 light years away from the Earth, meaning it takes 4.2 years for light to reach the star from the Earth. So it's really far away, but I mean compared to like different galaxies, it's like really close. Diameter of this Proxima Centauri is only 1/7 of Sun's diameter, and mass is only 1/8. But the density of this star is 33 times the Sun. So it's denser, it's heavier. I mean, it's not heavier, but it's for that size, it's heavier than the Sun, is what we know. Okay, moving on. Fifth question. Will the universe become stretched out to the point where we cannot see anything nearby in space? In theory, yes. We believe that space is expanding. We've made observation called a redshift. The further away the object is from the Earth, the faster it moves away from the Earth. I think if the universe keeps expanding, there will be a point where even our solar system will be stretched and we can't see anything nearby, like Sun, Mars, Mercury, Jupiter. Anything nearby will be just stretched and be gone. So yeah, I think that is possible. That's given that the universe keeps expanding. Alright, sixth question. Is space infinite? I mean, we believe space started off with a Big Bang at a single point. It exploded and expanding, right? So there should be a boundary, that wraps our universe. So I don't think space is infinite. But the speed of expansion is even faster than the speed of light, so we can never reach the boundary. So in that sense, you can say that the space is infinite in the measurable spectrum. All right, so let's go on to the next question. If you go into a black hole and somehow manage to stay alive, I don't think you can. Where would you end up? Black holes are full of mysteries. We barely know anything about black holes. Some people say there's this thing called white hole, which is connected to black hole. It's like white hole has opposite characteristics to that of a black hole. So if you were sucked into black hole, you will end up coming out from white hole. Is like what some people think. But again, black holes is just full of mysteries, and yeah, we know nothing about it. So it's for you to find out when you grow up, to become like a researcher or scientist. So yes, good luck with that. Next question. When will the sun explode? Yes, I also googled this. It said 5 billion years. The reason is because so we have solar energy right now, and the solar energy comes from the nuclear fusion inside sun's core. Hydrogen atoms in sun's core, they fuse together, fuse into helium nuclei, heavier nuclei, and the nuclear fusion produces energy. That's how we get solar energy all day, every day. But then, in 5 billion years, the sun will run out of hydrogen atoms in its core, and it will just collapse because it can't produce more energy, right? So they say in 5 billion years, the sun will explode. But yeah, you don't need to worry about it for now, I guess. That's good to know. Right, the next question. What happened to Pluto? I know, Pluto. It's sad. It was when I was grade 5, so when I was at your age, right? Pluto was downgraded to a dwarf planet because it didn't meet one of the requirements for being one of the 3 requirements for being a planet. So the first requirement is the object has to orbit around the sun. It meets that. Second requirement, it has to have sufficient mass to keep its shape to a spherical shape, and Pluto meets that. But the third requirement that Pluto didn't meet was it has to clear objects around it in the neighboring orbit. So there was some like objects in the vicinity of Pluto's orbit, and that's how Pluto was downgraded to a dwarf planet. Yeah, I know, it's sad. We all miss Pluto, don't we? The final question. Do you think aliens exist? If so, where would they be? This is a nice question to end the session. I strongly believe that the aliens exist, and they could be anywhere. They could be really, really far from here, or they could have technology that's so advanced that they've already reached the Earth here observing us without us noticing them. They could look like exactly like us, human beings. Maybe I'm an alien and you will never know. So yes, I'll just conclude my session with this, and Yes, thank you so much for your questions. I really enjoyed answering them. I also learned something new myself. So, yes, keep loving space, and you will see me someday on Mars. Bye bye.